is my check at? Where is my check? Because Israel is not paying me to talk about Israel. I'm talking about Israel because I am a human being who sees what's happening. There are men, women, and children being kidnapped, mutilated, and murdered over in Israel because of Hamas. And then you have Hamas that's spreading this war propaganda and gaslighting y'all, making y'all think that Israel is the bad guys. But really, here's what's happening.
Here's what's happening. Influencers need to stay out of the geopolitical category. Just stick to the usual, gender debates and everything. I like to talk about those too. They are very important, and we need people to continue to pay attention to them while this situation is happening in the Middle East. We need them to talk about stuff like that. We need them to talk about, the anti-whiteism that's going on in America. But please do not connect it to anything that's happening overseas. Influencers are just saying the easy take. That's all they're talking about. This is not about taking sides. I keep saying that. This is not about taking sides. This is about going back, doing research, and figuring out exactly what you're talking about, and then presenting it to your audience with full integrity. This is not what we have here.
Israel is constantly being attacked by these Palestinians. They have tried to compromise over and over again. I'm not going to oversimplify the situation, but that's basically the tea.
But you did oversimplify the situation. It's like to say, first of all, to say that they're still murdering, and to say that there's still kidnapping and everything like that going on right now, there isn't. Okay, there isn't. Now, I want to be clear in making this video. The attacks on October 7th, we disavow and we denounce those. All right, but do not make it seem like this thing has just started since October 7th. You guys go back to my Dark Truth About the War episode that I did on here. It explains the creation of the state of Israel when Palestine was already there. It is simply the truth. And you have a lot of Jewish people who won't disagree with that. And to sit here too and say, well, Palestine is not a state, or it's not a people, or whatever, I don't understand. What gives you the right to really say it like that?
Happening is Israel would be like, yo, we know that you just put your bombs and your missiles and your weapons that you're using against us in this building right here. So then they send a warning to the Palestinians being like, we're about to blow up this building in about 10 minutes because we know that this is where you're harming us from. So Hamas, instead of being like, you know what, we need to skedaddle because they're about to blow this building up because we're trying to get them, they go and get their own women and children, bring their women and children over to their little headquarters. So that way, when Israel blows up the building that they just warned that they were going to blow up, they then blame Israel and say, oh, look what you're doing. You're blowing us up. You're murdering innocent people.
Yeah, that sounds really good. It's a nice little story. But the thing is, to tell people to, first of all, evacuate an area, where are they going to go? Gaza is not any bigger than Philadelphia, and there's 2 million people in there. The pictures that I'm sharing with you, they're bombing hospitals. Okay. Oh, everybody evacuate the hospital. Well, there's people bleeding out in the hospital. Where are they supposed to go? Where are they going to treat them on their backs while they're running to the south part of Gaza, which probably will get bombed anyway too? Like, what are you saying? Like, don't gaslight me. Like, Israel tells people, like, well, listen, we're going to bomb you. You might want to get out the way. This is how these influencers are talking to y'all. If this is what it takes to be mainstream and make it big immediately, is to pander and lie and just go with the popular easy take, you can miss me with that. I'll just keep working hard because people are looking for the real truth. And again, it's not about a side. It's not about that. But talk about this thing as a whole.
Stop falling for the lies. Y'all are falling for the propaganda. Y'all are drinking the...
What propaganda and lies are there when Israel's telling me, like, yo, we're about to blast the whole place? Like, I believe the people who are telling me that they're getting ready to go blast the whole area.
The Kool-Aid. It is so obvious. Then you're being lied to, saying like, oh, Israel's an apartheid state. No, it's not. I have been to Israel. I have sat directly across from the Minister of Strategic Affairs, and we talked very...
Yeah, we know. And I'm not going to keep it, why can't I talk about the obvious? This man is funded by PragerU, okay? He's paid by PragerU. Israel's not paying me, okay, but PragerU is. And you're not the only one I've seen come on and talk about... Actually, there's another video with one of their PragerU guys talking about Zionism is good. That's y'all business if y'all want to think that, but don't tell people that it's good, especially Christian Zionism. Christian Zionism is absolutely a heresy. That's how these people lie to you for the money. That's all it's about.
In depth about Israel, Israel's history, and just how important Israel is on a global stage. But before I even get there, I need to clarify really quick. Everything that's wrong with the people in the Palestinian territory is because of Hamas. Hamas is the one, they're the ones who are leading that country to
Listen, this is also a Haitian man who doesn't like to tell people that he's like, you know, what I mean, got some Haitian in him too. Okay, so he has no problem, you know, gaslighting and doing these kind of things. I don't mean to come at people. I really don't. You know, being popular is easy. Being real is hard, but it's necessary. Israel controls the water supplies, the electric supplies, everything in the West Bank. Like they do. They do. I'm just tired of people saying it's not true.
And that they're not willing to have a two-state compromise. They're the ones constantly wanting to eradicate the Jewish community in all of Israel. They're the ones being irrational here. They burnt down the greenhouses that Israel gave them. They're saying no to the water supply. And meanwhile, Israel is taking in their women and children, taking them to their hospitals, caring for these innocent people. Let an Israeli person try to do that in the Palestinian area, because I guarantee you that's not going to happen. But then when it comes to the people who want to be like, oh, America first, why do you care so much about them? You care about them. What about Ukraine? All of that. Israel's not Ukraine. I'm just leave that at that. Israel is not Ukraine.
Yes, it is. If he wants to go into like, you know what I'm saying, racism or anything like that, it is. Like if you want to talk about that they don't like a certain kind of group of people, I'm not trying to be funny. I don't want to say Israel is Ukraine or not, but don't make it seem like they're so far apart. There's prejudices in everywhere in the world. Okay. So this notion, and I'm gonna end it right here. This notion that Israel is Israel, that the leaders of Israel, right? I can't speak for a group of people, just like he can't speak for a group of Palestinians either. All right. Netanyahu is not a great guy. Okay. And that's just point blank, period. Because if I could say that about Joe Biden, why can't I say it about Netanyahu? I truly am. I'm sick of it. And it's not his fault, to be honest, because it's been so easy, especially for Christians, to take sides of Israel. We have to save the state of Israel so that we can be blessed by the Lord. Like, no, we've got to dismantle that. Dismantle it right now. The way that you are saved is through Christ. Okay? That is your salvation, not any state, not any piece of land or any territory. I'm going to dismantle that immediately. All right. I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye.